Quebec 4, Golf Delta Mike.
Golf Delta Mike, is that all right? Golf Delta Mike, is that a Roger?
Golf Delta Mike, is that all right? Golf Delta Mike, is that a Roger?
Yeah, that's a Roger, Jim. And my home QTH is, but right now I'm in, and I set everything up so I can try and reach you today, Roger.
Yes, sir. Well, I've got a room full of you on my local antenna, so it's just beautiful. You're about 20 over on my local antenna. Roger, Roger.
Yeah, Roger, you're 20 over on my little setup here. I just have a vertical standing on the ground with some radials on the ground there, Roger.
Roger, Sean, what's your location?
I'm in a small town in northeast Tennessee called Sneedville. I'm right up in the very northeast corner of Tennessee.
Roger, Roger. And what radio are you running today?
I have the Yaesu FTDX-10, and I'm using their desktop microphones with that. I think it's M90 or something like that. Running 100 watts to my vertical antenna, Roger.
Roger that. Let me see. I've got notes on that. Let me find my notes. Anyway, if you'd be interested in a setup procedure, starts with you verifying that you're in that 100 to 2900 transmit bandpass. 100 to 2900, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. Let me double check that here. Radio operations, general. Okay, I'm 29. I'm at 2900 bandwidth.
Okay, does it not have the one? Usually that's 100 to 2900. Do you not have a bottom cutoff on that?
Oh, yeah, sorry. It's 200 to 2900.
All right, so what we want to do there is make that bottom number 100 to 2900, and then we'll take care of the bottom end in EQ, Roger?
Okay, let me check that real quick. Let's see. General. I usually find this pretty quick. The Yaesu has so many menus. Hold on one second here. Let's just see. All right, one second. Okay. Now it's at 100 and 2900, 100 to 2900 on the bandwidth.
Excellent, excellent. So next would be to set your processor on 30. Get that processor on and add a 30, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. Processor is on, and it's actually set to 33 right now. 33, is that okay?
Sure, that's close enough. All right, then we're moving to your ALC meter, and we're looking for 7 by saying the word audio and adjusting your mic level. So it's we're going to be setting your ALC by saying audio and adjusting your mic level until your ALC meter is reading 7 or 2/3. Roger?
Right now it's at 9. It's when I talk here. Audio, it's at 9. Let me turn my mic gain down just a little bit. Audio. Wow, it likes to be up there real high. I'm having a hard time getting it down. Let's see. Okay, here it goes. I'm at 30 on the ALC now. ALC's at 30, and I'm at 7, maybe 8 at the most, Roger.
Yes, sir. Well, what you want to do when you say that word, you want to say it just like you would say any other word in a QSO. Don't stress it. Just say it, audio, and hold it, the front of it, for as long as you can, and just adjust that mic level till you're reading 7 or 2/3 on your ALC meter. It's real easy, Roger.
Okay, giving it a try here. Audio. Needs to come down a little bit more. Audio. It's a little too low. Audio. Okay. How's that sound right there?
Sounds pretty good. So you're right in that sweet spot of 2/3 on your ALC meter, Roger?
Yeah, Roger. Looking at the ALC audio, yep, it's 7.5 maybe.
All right, so your radio is running a 3-band parametric EQ with variable width. And so what we want to do here is we're going to be, now that you've got your processor on, we'll be looking at your P set of EQ controls. Roger, Roger?
Yeah, Roger, and I knew you were going to ask me that, so I wrote them down on my pad. And I've got EQ1, 200 hertz, set at 5 for the level, and bandwidth of 10. I have EQ2 at 1300, level 5, bandwidth of 4. And EQ3, the treble, is at 2600, 5 for the level, and 4 for the bandwidth. Roger.
Yes, sir. Okay, we'll take them all one by one. The first thing is to make sure that your mic EQ is set to on. Make sure your mic EQ is set to on, because we could be making all kinds of adjustments and really not doing anything if you don't have that mic EQ switch set to on.
Roger, I am looking at my menu and it says mic EQ is on. Roger.
Great, great. All right, so then we want to start at the bottom with EQ1, the bass control. We want to set that at 200 cycles. Width of 4, level -6. So EQ number 1, the bass control, set to 200 cycles, width of 4, level -6. Roger?
Oh, really? Okay, so you want the level at -6. I have it at +5 right now. Okay, so I'm going to go at 200 hertz on EQ1, 200 hertz. I'm going to go, right now I'm at 5, and you want me to go -6. So, here I am at -6, Roger.
Okay, and that's with a width of 4, Roger, Roger?
No, that's a width of 10.
Okay, make that a width of 4. Make that a width of 4, Roger.
Okay, now it's at 4, Roger. I'm at 4, 200 hertz, -6, with 4 on the bandwidth.
Yes, sir. Okay, let's move to the mid control, EQ2. We want that off or flat. EQ2 mid-range off or flat.
Okay, right now I've got it at 1300, boost of 5 and bandwidth of 4. I will see how I turn that off. 1 second. Okay, I'm turning it. Oh, there it is off. Okay, now it's off. The EQ2, the mid-range is now off.
Great. Okay, let's move to EQ3, the treble control. We want that to be at 2.7 kilohertz. 2.7 kilohertz, width of 4, level +7. I'll repeat that. 2.7 kilohertz, width of 4, level +7 for EQ3, the treble control. Roger?
Okay, right now it's at 2600, so you want that 27. And I'm sorry, I missed what level it's supposed to be at.
All right, let me repeat that. We're working on EQ3, and that's the P series of controls. Number 3, the treble control for P is 2.7 kilohertz, width of 4, level +7.
Okay, I'm at 2700 now, and I'm at 10. Let me drop that down to 7. Okay, now I'm at 2700 on parametric EQ3. I'm on 2700, level 7, and the bandwidth is 6.
Bandwidth of 4. Bandwidth of 4, Roger.
Okay, now I'm at bandwidth of 4.
All right, and let's see here. I think that's about it. Now, what I want you to do is give me about 10 or 15 seconds. Tell me about your antenna system and see if I can find a better path again. Roger?
Okay, Roger. Yaesu 6 I'm running antenna sitting on the ground with radial spread out on the ground with about a 30-foot vertical and just a wire antenna basic vertical. Roger, and 100 watts.
Yes, sir. Now I have a Tennessee SDR that is really great. Will help us immensely if all things are equal and the crease don't rise. Let me get to it here. MLPQRST, Tennessee. I think it was Knoxville. Is what it was. Let me bring Knoxville up. Come on, Knoxville. Here we go. Oh, can't be reached. Beautiful. All that for that. Let's see. I have another one in Tennessee. Okay, I'll clear that one. And I'm on my Hocus Pocus SDRs. It's 50 or 60 SDRs spread out over 20 states, about 3 per state. And I'm looking in the Tennessee batch. I'm going to go down to Nashville. I couldn't get Knoxville up, so I'll go down to Nashville and see what's going on there. Let's see here. And that's looks right. All right, so come back and let me hear you. Give me about 10 seconds and tell me about the thing you like best about your radio.
Give me about 10 seconds and tell me about the thing you like best about.
Yeah, Roger. Knoxville's not very far. It's probably about a 30-minute drive from where I am. So that's pretty close. But Nashville, not too sure. I think that's about 2 hours from where I am. Maybe 3 hours. So that's a little bit further. But a little further. Actually, the complexity of it. Always learning something new, and that's kind of why I wanted to reach out there. I've been listening to my home QTH is Orlando, Florida, and I can hear you down there, but I can never reach out to you. It's too much noise. But up here in the mountains, it's really quiet, and of course I'm a lot closer. But so when I took this cabin trip, I was wanting to set everything up in time to make a contact with you and see if you could evaluate my radio audio. Roger.
Roger, yeah, I really wish the Knoxville SDR was open. That is just a beautiful SDR to copy the mail on. But anyway, I'm copying you now best on my PA SDR and sometimes my local antenna. I've got a chevron on the right side of the screen that will tell you where I'm listening. And as I cycle through my receive inputs, it'll indicate exactly where I am, so you can see how you're doing at various parts of the states. Roger.
How you're doing at various parts of the states. Roger.
Yeah, Roger. And I do have a question for you. I was wondering if you could do this live on YouTube in the future, because I think it'd be kind of fun to see you do this with people out there live, Roger.
I've considered that, and I still am considering that, but we'll just have to see. It's pretty a complicated situation. It takes probably about half an hour to bring everything up as it is, let alone dealing with a live situation, Roger.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to... You almost need a producer to help you run everything, Roger.
Oh, yes, and she's not available a lot of the time. So, anyway, we do the best we can, and, it is what it is, and it's posted as a part of reality radio, and I think we got the best recording possible this way. We're set up to do that. Our input level into our local receivers, very, very light, so we, in usually no cases, get overload. So it's really good there. But because of that, our S meter is not functional because it is, that only works when you're your RF gain is fairly well up. But we have a VU meter tied to the output of our radio. And right now we are running a 7300, and we have a VU meter tied to that, as well as a spectrum analyzer. So on the left-hand side, we have a spectrum analyzer that's looking at the audio, my audio, your audio, whatever's there. And so you can actually see your audio curve on that spectrum analyzer. When you go to YouTube, do they call it a search KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, and that will take you to this recording. Now, also keep in mind that the weaker the signal, the more noise enters into the readings of the audio level control, and also the spectrum analyzer. So when you really get down there, it's reading a lot of noise along with your audio signal. Roger?
Yeah, Roger. And your signal's coming in beautifully. I mean, the audio is crisp and clear. And, doesn't hurt that you're doing plus 20 here in Northeast Tennessee. So do you think my audio sounds better now than it did when we were first talking?
I think so, but you be the judge. That is, the whole thing about this is that we have a before and after picture or an audio trail of that, and I think it's much more articulated and understandable, and that is the name of the game when you're facing situations of being half a dB over somebody's noise level, or 50,000 people biting at your feet in a QSO or contest situation. I think you want to be as articulated as you can be, but you're still being pleasurable, and I think that's where we have you right now, Roger.
Yeah, Roger, Jim. Thank you so much. One thing that drives me crazy is when chasing DX is somebody that has too much compression and it's all distorted, and it almost gets in the way. You can't really, like your word, articulate. You can't really understand what they're saying very clearly, and you can overdo compression. So that's one of the things I'm trying to do, is use just enough compression to punch through, but not distort the audio.
Yes, sir, and that's what we do. We're running, we want to get about a 3 dB dynamic range on your signal, which means at a 3 dB dynamic range, your average percent of peak modulation is between 80 and 85%. So it's crystal clear. The words are not bent or misshaped because of overmod, and that's when we set your ALC at 2/3 by way of your audio and mic gain control. So you are pristine, ready to go, and I think, again, be looking at that chevron on the right. It'll tell you where we're monitoring from, what location. And another suggestion would be that for something to do, I would leave my ALC meter out, and as I would be talking around to folks, I would be looking at my ALC, and I'm wanting to keep my my ALC in the sweet spot. That is, in the 2/3 mode or position as I spoke, and over a period of time, like a couple of weeks, you will develop a relationship between your ALC meter, and you'll be able to keep it right at 2/3 by your voice control, Roger?
Yeah, that's a great tip. Because I always use it on SWR instead, and I don't use ALC, and I've got an ALC now, so I'm going to start doing that. Thank you for that, and I appreciate your time this afternoon. I really appreciate your time. Enjoy listening to you. I can't talk to you down there when I'm in my home PTH of Orlando, Florida, but I do listen to you on Fridays, and enjoy listening to you tune up other people's radios. So thank you so much, Jim, and have a great weekend. Okay.
Roger. I just heard Fahokia. What was that about?
I was just saying that the ALC meter, I think, is underutilized for most people. The ALC meter. I usually leave mine on SWR, and I don't watch the ALC very much, but I'm going to start doing that, Roger.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a good idea. And you may have to just nudge your mic level one way or the other, but just be looking at your AOC meter as a Bible, and you want it to be right in as much as possible, right in that sweet spot of 2/3. Roger.
Yep, Roger. Okay, I did pump it up. I was at 25. Now I'm at 33. And it does seem to have brought that up just a little bit.
Yes, sir. Well, you can see where you need to be. That's a little jingle. You can see where you need to be, and you know the way to set that meter now, and so there's no big mystery about it. And particularly like when you change mics, you should always refer back to your AOC to be sure that your mic level is correctly set at 2/3 on your AOC, because not all mics are created equal as far as output. Roger?
Yeah, Roger. And how much power are you running?
We're running a KW right now.
Oh, okay. And what is my signal over there? Like, what's the S meter read when I'm talking?
Well, it's not really an S meter. Like I say, my receive RF level is down quite a bit, so my S meter is not functioning. But I do have a VU meter tied to the audio output, and it's set to 0 level. And when you cease speaking, I'm reading noise, and it looks like noise is about 8 dB below your voice peaks, or let's put it another way, your voice peaks are 8 dB above my noise level. Roger?
Oh, okay, good, Roger. Excellent, okay. Well, thank you, Jim. I'm sure there's other people out there that want to talk to you, so I'll clear the space here, and again, appreciate your time this afternoon, and I hope you have a great weekend.
Yes, sir. And again, look at that spectrum analyzer as you speak, as you're looking at your audio, and look at the broadness of that spectrum analyzer, and that's what it's all about. Now I'll give you another clue there. On my spectrum analyzer, there's 3 white marks. The first white mark to the right is 100 cycles. The first white mark to the right is 1 KC. Then there's a black space, and then there's another white mark, and that's let's see, that's 4 KC. So on the right hand side, the first one is 1 KC, black mark 2 KC, next mark is 4 KC. So you can see exactly how your audio curve is, Roger.
Yeah, Roger, and that's another aspect of the radio that I don't watch a lot, but I'm looking at it now, and yeah, I see how it modulates with my voice.
Roger. And you can see it there, and you can see it at here. 7300 has a receive bandwidth of 100 to 2900. I have all my filters and stuff off, and so we're just doing flat on the receiver as much as possible. Roger?
Yeah, Roger. All right. Well, thank you, Jim. I appreciate your time this afternoon, and like I said, thank you very much for helping me out and getting this thing tuned up, and looking forward to listening to it on the YouTube channel when you get it uploaded later.
Roger, Sean. So let me say 73 to you, sir. You have a great afternoon and a beautiful weekend. Thanks for dropping by. And again, I'll have this uploaded to YouTube by noon tomorrow. 73. And if you get a chance, join us next Friday. We'd love to have you. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.